Hey, my name's Mike. I'm one of the LaunchCode mentors. I want to tell you guys about unit testing. It is one of my all-time favorite topics. I hope you guys really enjoy it and get a kick out of it too. So unit testing allows us to get really fast feedback on what's happening in our code. We can put print lines and we can debug, and it goes in a hierarchy. Print lines and then debugging gives us more information. Unit testing ultimately gives us the most information, the fastest, when we're working with Java. So to get started with unit testing, we're going to be able to use, in most modern IDEs, they actually have special integration to run unit tests, and it will recognize whenever we need to create unit tests. So if we just type in @test, public void test1. Now IntelliJ, once I press Alt-Enter, it's going to recognize that we're trying to write a unit test. It's going to add junit.jar to either the class path or add it as a Maven dependency for all the Maven people who are out there. So I can show you guys how to do that in a second, but for now, let's just add it to the class path itself. And so now when we click, notice up here we've got the arrow signs going both ways. That indicates that this is in fact a test. If we click Run Simple Test, IntelliJ will compile our code for us and then give us results on whether each test passed or not. And while that's compiling, let's write another one. Okay, so we get the report that each one of these tests, that green bar, these tests pass. Now, the best way to think about this is that each one of these tests is its own public static void, void main. Each one of these is like having a main method. It's like its own program because each one of these run independently and they run in sequence. And so we can do anything we want inside of these unit tests. And part of JUnit, in addition to giving us this capability to run independently, also gives us some methods that we can work with to verify what we've done. So, for example, one method is assert equals. And if we press Alt-Enter, we can do a static import of assert, and now we can run it. And if we have something, if we do a Control-P, we can see, all right, the first one is the expected value, the second one's the actual value. So if we try and say something that's not true, IntelliJ is going to run the test and it's going to be able to figure out that the thing that we're trying to assert is in fact false. Okay, here we can see that yes, okay, it expected 1, but instead it got 2. So we can go ahead and change that back, rerun it. And now we have green bar. That is how you do unit